Hey, what's up, everyone? I got another video, of course. OP3 just came out a few days ago. I think it was like 26th today. It came out not last night, the night before, on Christmas Eve or whatever. And I was talking to Shane, and I wanted to do a video, kind of breaking down the cards in there. Specifically, the main thing I think is probably Dende. It's maybe the most impactful. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that's the most impactful, but it's the most interesting to me personally. And we're just going to go through the order of how the cards are on the site. Again, fanzydcg.wordpress. You can find everything. But yeah, I have Shane Runnels with me again. Say hi, Shane.
Hello,
Of course,
that's me.
you should be able to look forward to some games that me and Shane have been playing. Not with any of this new stuff here. This is not on the Octagon yet, but we've been playing a few games recently again. Now that I'm kind of back in the swing of things, so I look forward
Yeah,
to that. I look forward to some of that fun stuff. But yeah, I guess when you're ready, I guess we will just hop right in. Of
dude,
course,
I'm always ready.
yeah. So the first thing we got, of course, we got a fair amount of cards. You know, we got all the fan main cards, plus we got with Dende and his name cards. So we'll start with Dende level 1 here. That's the constant after you play a Dragon Ball, or sorry, after a Dragon Ball enters play that you own, you gain 2 stages. Power, Rejuvenate 1. You can shuffle Dragon Ball you control into the owner's life deck to search your life deck for a non-stat setup and play it. So, first thing I think of, Dragon Radar was the first thing I thought of. And then it does have a name setup, which we'll get to.
hmm
The first thing I thought was like, this is like setup. This is like weird setup, like Kami. Like it's got the kind of Kami thing going on. I think Kami's still better. And I went through like the first thing I did was like going through the non-styles, and I didn't really see anything other than Radar that was really catching my eye. What about you?
Heroic Assistance was the card that I first thought of. Um, because
Heroic
you can
Plan
loop it.
too.
Yeah, Heroic Plan, but that's BAU. So
Yeah.
I first thought of Heroic Assistance because you can loop Heroic Assistance with Dende, which admittedly isn't great. Um,
I mean,
but it's something.
it's
And
it's good.
and in yeah, it's okay. Um, the question it's I compare that to the kind of shenanigans you can do with like Vegito and Gohan and stuff.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
what I like about it is an enlightened, and everyone punts on enlightened, but an enlightened Dende, you can use this to loop heroic assistance, top deck something, and draw it with a mastery,
Mm,
which I like. It might be a little slow,
yeah. Wow,
probably is slow,
that is pretty good. It's
but you
good.
can do it every turn. Um,
Well, you could do it with Resolute too. Not that you'd play Resolute Dende, but
yeah,
not that not that Resolute
yeah.
Dende
It's a
is good,
little
but
icky that you would say that to
oh
play
man,
Resolute Ball, but you
uh,
could.
yikes. I was thinking, yeah, with the heroic assistance thing. I mean, the only thing is like heroic assistance really hasn't seen play probably since like set. I'd argue like set 3 or 4. Last time and that was like Black Krillin. Sometimes Piccolo running it.
Roshi, Callie likes it in Roshi,
Oh,
because
yeah, I did. Yeah, Roshi did like that card because it
yeah,
shuffled.
and I was playing it in Knowledge Piccolo as recently as set 12, um, because it's stage gain and a shuffle,
Yeah,
so it's a
level
potential
one.
2 anger card on level 1. In addition to putting a card back into the deck, and then on levels 2 and 3, the top deck you can immediately draw.
Yeah, that's true.
But it wasn't great, I
It's
will freely
slow.
admit.
It's I mean the biggest issue for me was that you couldn't tutor it. And like a
Exactly.
lot of cards that grabbed setups was like the best use I got out of it was probably like Roshi. I made a Roshi training deck that used it. And then
hmm
I had like a Goku. I want to say Orange Go. Yeah, Orange Goku. Actually, I forgot Orange Goku is good with it because you would use his level 3 adaptive, and you would like top deck destruction and then possession drill destructions and stuff and Kamehamehas.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Because
It's not that good,
you
but
can top
it's not
deck.
bad.
Because what was cool about Heroic Assistance is you could top deck time. So it was like it was like this really soft loop way before
I
Absorption
like
Drill
how you
came
call it
out.
a soft loop. That's
Well,
totally what it is.
it was the problem was is like okay like you need like one of them. Like you need a way to recur the one, and then it's like you got to have the card already in your hand, and like it was more disruptible. And there was only certain people that could do it too, and it was like, I mean, it works. It
Well,
works.
that's the thing about Dende that's so powerful is that rejuvenate one that happens before the tutor.
Mm-hmm.
So if your non-styled setup's on top, you rejuvenate it and then you just go get it.
Yeah.
Um, Alternatively, even if you don't do that, whatever, if you want to shuffle a card into the deck that's on top, you just rejuvenate it, you search your deck, now you shuffle that card in.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's the thing too. Is with the heroic assistance thing, it's like you with a single copy of it, like Radiant Mastery, even you could like get like a soft time loop going on from the turn one with Radiant Mastery.
That brings up, though, that you said he's kind of like a worse Kami, because Kami already has a soft time loop um, with Guardian Drill and that Namekian Drill that lets you draw off the bottom of your deck when you um,
Draft.
draw with a card effect. I can't
Uh
remember what it's called. Is it
oh
Cleansing Drill? Is it
yeah,
Cleansing Drill? Harvesting Drill?
it's cleansing. No, it's not.
Yeah,
Is it cleanse? It's the one with like Kami on it.
it's Cleansing or Harvesting. It's
Yeah,
one
it's
of
like
those
when you would
two.
draw from pot, you can choose from bottom of deck or pot. Wow. Oh my god, that's
And
actually really cool. I didn't even think about that.
yeah, you have to run Hospitality Drill and Radiant Kami to make it work, because Hospitality Drill is your only way to
Yep.
draw a card. But I was playing Enlightened Kami. Super cool. Not very good. But I was playing Enlightened Kami
Yeah.
because you could
Yeah.
top deck and then immediately mastery, or sorry, you could rejuvenate time, immediately mastery to draw time. And if there was just a Namekian black scouting maneuver to remove all your opponent's drill hate, you could
Oh
that
man.
deck would be busted.
I
If
mean,
I win the Namekian card, I'm making Namekian black searching technique, I
I
swear.
don't want that. No, I don't want that. But I don't want that.
Oh,
But
it's
just run
coming.
multiple. It's Kami. You could run two of it, and you'd be probably fine. And most people aren't gonna. Most people don't would prioritize like hospitality or uh,
Well, I tried using
assistance drill or
Focus
whatever.
Assault. What's that Namekian card? I think it's called not Focus Assault, Focus Beams, Focus
Yeah.
Blast. The Namekian card attaches to a drill to protect it. Um, it just
Oh,
never.
that's
It's a
just
super
that's a
fun deck.
regular.
Yeah, it's a non-style card with a Namekian trait.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's I was gonna say it attaches to a ball or
Yeah, yeah, to a ball. That's
doesn't
right.
attach. So speaking of Dende, well, okay, so we'll hold that thought. I'm gonna. So yeah. I mean, this level one is really. I mean, okay. So I said where's Kami? There are some cool combos, but it's like
What? Sorry, I
uh
want to interrupt you.
oh I'll just get to the end of thought. So like the main cards I see that once we get to his name cards, you'll see name cards, but a deck not searching his name card, like Radar, really good knowledge mastery. It's like a Radar tutor if you can sack into a ball early, or Gross Assistance we talked about already. I was talking to Shane about this information gathering. Um, we'll again hold
We'll
a thought
talk about
on
that.
that one later. So go ahead. We'll finish up with your thoughts on it. And we'll move to the
Oh,
next.
I love, I, I love that you found a way to make me even think about playing information gathering in 2020,
Uh,
not even 2019, 2020. The
I
fact that you made
know.
me,
I know.
you're a genius. The one thing I want to say is because we didn't talk about it at all. His
Yeah.
constant after both while you enters play gain two stages.
Yep.
In Radiant, that is really good
Oh yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
you have on-demand stage gain, and in Kami, I find myself always just wanting more stages because
Oh
you
yeah.
don't have Namek Ball 6. And
Yeah.
Dende gives you stages. So.
That is true. Yeah. Danny getting stages is huge, especially with him being an A. I mean, he's got a good PUR.
Hmm.
Um, and then the two stages reminds me of Krillin too. And but yeah, I mean, there's Namekian's got plenty of ways to bounce balls in and out too. So it's not a ton, but it's something. Especially with like Radiant really likes to be an energy mastery. That is something to consider
For sure, for sure.
going forward. So we'll go on to the level two here. Oop,
Oh, what
oops.
about the are doing the name cards or the level 2?
Oh, we'll do the level two. Yeah, we'll do the name
Okay,
cards at the end here.
cool.
Uh, so we're going to level two here. So again, same constant. Like it's very much similar to Krillin. It gets the two stages. The power is rejuvenate one. Choose a personality in play. So that personality gains 5 stages. Kind of hints to that maybe he wants to play allies. Um, we'll get to that once I finish the power out here. So you may shuffle a Dragon Ball you own in play back into your life deck to use your damage effect. So again, level 1 and 2, your opponent takes your ball, you can shuffle that ball back in for an effect. So as long as the ball is in play. Oh, sorry, no. It's yes, own. Oh my god, I'm like control own.
It's
They're
owned. It's
different.
owned.
God, the wording in this game is just like, but you are on. So no matter where the ball is, you get a crit effect. So that is cool, and it means that
Mm-hmm.
you're it's a pseudo capture. It's a soft cap.
You're really milking soft
I'm saying
for
soft.
all of
Like
your.
soft is like,
It's
well,
so
you're
true,
not
though. It's a
really.
good
Yeah,
word.
it's like you're not really doing it, but you are kind of doing it. Like you're hitting it. You're hitting it with a floppy. A half chub. You know what I'm saying? Versus like you just coming in.
Now this
You
just
just
got so uncool.
all
This
right,
is.
all right. I'm just like staring at Shane's. See, I'm like my camera's here and Shane's photo's here, so I'm like staring at Shane and just looking at his reactions.
I was so on board with this whole
I
metaphor.
just
I
gotta.
was like, that is what it is. It's a soft capture. You're
Okay, so
right. And
anyway,
now I'm like, I can't get down.
but what it means is um, it's a means to, especially in like Namekian, it's a means to play a ball. So again, level 1, radar a ball out. Knowledge mastery, level 1 gives you 2 anger. You shuffle a ball in on top of rejuve one. Play radar ball 5. Ball five's out. Level 2 ball 5 back in your deck. Another 2 anger. I mean, he's still like not as consistent as like Gon and Piccolo in anger, but it's the big gains potential is like in their knowledge is there. Um, and then just having the Dragon Ball control with level 2. It's good. Shane.
Yeah, it's a solid level two. Not amazing, but good.
Yeah, not amazing, but
It, it's every time I see a level two, it might just be because I hang out with Kevin Dennis and Anthony Tardino too much, but I always see level twos and think, how good is this with dominance in blue? Um, and this level is not great with dominance.
no.
But what's interesting about the idea of playing it in blue is, like you said, it puts 5 stages on an ally. Generally speaking, blue actually does not gain stages on its allies very often. Other than stylish pose, that's about it.
I mean, that's Ray's keywording, but yeah, exactly. Like,
Well, raise and gain have been ruled
are
to.
they? Did they get ruled? Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some confusion about it, but they are
The
functionally the
last
same.
time I cared about figuring that out was like playing Saiyan upward kick or whatever, the one that says they can't gain stages for the rest of the combat, and that was like last time
Yeah,
I played that card was like empowered mastery.
well, Kelly Dennis was telling me my snoozing drill wouldn't stop his power up because
Oh,
of that
that's yep,
keywording.
that too. Yep.
And then I got mad and I took it to court, and the actual judges came in and were
I,
like, "Oh,
I
no,
feel like I learned that. I just forgot it. It's been so
I
long.
don't blame you. I've had to
Yeah.
remind Kelly 3 times."
There's just
But
like yeah.
I like what you said about the soft capture though, because it's like a double capture. If they have 2 balls, you can shuffle one of your balls back,
Mhm.
crit, and cap the other one.
So it is
That's really
like
cool.
yeah, it is. I guess it can capture too, and it's a crit effect. I mean, Piccolo
Hmm.
level 2 Premier taught us that crit effects are king on a level, so that is not to be
Oh, for sure.
underestimated.
Pickle level 2 is king on set 1 and is still one of the best level 2s.
Yeah, absolutely. But
That's
yeah,
design.
as far as like camping this level, eh. It's like
No way.
it's a good level like late game, arguably when balls are for sure going to be out on the board, and like at the end of the game, like if you're going Volvic or like you're just trying to cycle like a certain Dragon Ball. And again, it's any Dragon Ball. We have to remember that like any Dragon Ball for these shuffle effects, so that's something to consider too going forward. But yeah, and
Hmm.
decent level 2. I agree with that statement.
Decent.
We'll go on level 3. I'll let you talk about level 3 first, since I did open up on the other two. I'll let
Uh, well, thank you, sir. Since level
you.
3, right away, just want to point out that he does get into B for most of his levels. He's got a PUR of 5, so if you're at 0, you will go up into B. And that totally matters because I'm so sick of playing Kami and being an A the
I,
whole time.
I was going to say about the stage gain thing on level 2. He has a PR 4 on level 2, and he can gain 5 stages on his level 2. So that is pretty gnarly.
And 2 stages every time a ball enters that you own enters play.
Yeah, so there's a lot of there. He's
Um,
a lot of stage gain on that level 2. That is actually something. Go ahead.
for sure. It helps mitigate his stage beats weakness. Um, and I guess I'll throw this out there since we did go back to his level 2. Comparing him to Kami again. Kami has that unfair factor where Kami always mills, when any Earth Ball enters play. If your
Hmm.
opponent's playing Earth Balls, you mill them. And then his power shuffles any Earth Ball into its owner's deck to search your deck for a drill,
That
not
yeah
just your balls. Dende only works with the balls that you own or that you control.
yeah
Um, so that's more fair, which, as we all know, means less good.
yeah. I mean, I don't think Kami's OP. I mean,
Kami's not OP.
Kami level
No,
one's super good, but like his level 2 and like 3 and 4 are just like really like they're pretty mid tier.
his levels are all good, but they don't work together
They don't
at
yeah,
all,
they don't work together
which
whatsoever.
sucks. But talk about Dende,
Like
our
3,
other God trait in
yeah. So
Mechie.
anyway, yeah, level 3 Dende.
Yeah. So his instant power is amazing. Used when a Dragon Ball you own would be captured. Cancel that effect. That's crazy. Um,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. What was the drill, the Namekian? Speaking of Kami, again, keep comparing him. Kami is very similar. Both have the same traits. Both have
100%.
similar
Very
power level.
similar.
Both play with the Dragon Balls. Kami likes to use the line, like the one drill that cancels is I forgot it was the set 11 drill or something. I think
Oh, it's so good. It's
cancels when they would use a Dragon Ball effect, and then it's like it has something with pile. I think, but super
it's
strong.
every time a Dragon Ball
Enters play.
you own enters or leaves play,
Yep.
banish the top or bottom card of your opponent's discard pile. All your attacks do +1 life card of damage if you're a god. Um, and then use when your opponent would capture a Dragon Ball. Your
You
opponent
cancel the
cannot
effect.
use the effects of that Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So
So
essentially, it's the same thing, but
yeah,
like you were saying, that instant is very strong. Absolutely.
100%. So if you combine this, Dende's a god,
Hmm.
trait wise. So he can cancel a capture, and then if they do capture again, you can cancel them getting to use the effect,
Yep.
which is crazy. Um, then he has a parenthetical I want to mention. Your Dragon Balls are not considered attached cards for effects, which might sound weird, but then you look at his power.
Yeah.
Attach a Dragon Ball you control to your MP, draw a card, gain 5 stages, or rejuvenate 2.
Yeah. So very good power. I mean,
Crazy unique.
it's like a ball. Again, we're gonna go back to Dynamic 5 as a comparison from level 1 with but yeah, it's like having a Namek Ball 5 almost on your level 3, and very versatile. I mean, again with the stage gain. Now he doesn't have as much stage gain on this level, but PR 5 and being able to gain 5 stages and draw a card every turn, that's
It's a
pretty.
lot.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
And if you are not in a physical beats matchup, just rejuvenate 2 instead of gaining 5.
Hmm.
That's always good. The
Yeah.
attach doesn't do anything on this level. We'll get more into that later, I know, but
Yeah.
it's interesting that he starts attaching Dragon Balls on a level like this when
Yeah.
attaching doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah. I mean, they can still capture them. I'm pretty sure if they're attached. I mean, I'm assuming
Yes.
so. So I'm
Yes.
assuming it becomes unattached. So that's kind of cool.
What if it doesn't, though?
Yeah, that would be really weird. I don't know.
Oh,
There's some
this
like
is
really
crazy.
weird precedent. This is like first precedent kind of wording.
This is how you know he's good, because we have to decide things we've never decided
Because you got to
before.
make new rules for new fucking MP. It's got to be busted.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
what
If I have
is
to call a judge for your card, it's got to be broken.
what I want to note is that the Dragon Ball clause is just its own effect. It's not a requirement. So that is a
100%.
huge in terms of making him playable. That is huge. That he doesn't have to attach the Dragon Ball to actually get the draw. That's like, mm. um, and we know drawing cards is good. And again, we talked about heroic assistance. Not that you're going to be looping heroic assistance on this level 3, because your search was 2 levels ago. But I mean, there is some sort of you might if you were to put him in a deck that was meant to top deck cards for whatever, say like black, um, another potential use of heroic assistance, top decking like black shoulder charges for crits, or double teams, or protections for more card drawing to dig into the deck faster. And if you're playing Earth Dragon Balls, and you're going for like a ball victory, um, putting ball 7 out, and being able to play, draw deck into your deck faster, and now playing cards, balls from your hand. I'm just kind of throwing some different ideas out there, but um, there's some slight synergy if you were to start building with these cards at top deck. I mean, you can even run malicious intents in Dende. I'm pretty sure.
100% you could. Yeah,
Um,
4 endurance. Why not?
yeah, I mean, you could run that and heroic assistance. So all you're doing is you could just like build a deck that's, and he has some sort of weird ally synergy on level 2. Not really, but you could, and especially for seeing in the future, like you could have some like sort of deck that's just trying to fill a million, like a radiant deck trying to fill a million actions on the board or something, and then you just start top decking stuff and drawing into it with different effects or something. I don't know. This is all just like really hypothetical and like way out
Yeah,
there, but it's not as good as I'm probably saying it is, or I'm trying to make it sound. But it's just like there is a little bit of room to be thinking um, about him. But
that instant, or not instant, I'm sorry, that power is a little underwhelming. Like draw a card, gain 5.
yeah, I mean
Or
it's still good, but it's not.
it's okay, but like Draku draws one of 2 cards, your choice,
Hmm.
and does like so much more. Vegeta does so much more. Android 18 does so much more.
Yeah,
Yamcha. But that instant power is really, really good. That instant power is so strong.
yeah,
It's hard to evaluate this level 3. It's potentially terrific.
yeah. I mean, in a vacuum, it's not as good as other level threes, but I still put him mid tier, like mid tier level. I'd say mid tier level 1, mid tier level 2, level 3, mid high mid. I don't know. Like in the right scenario, especially if your deck that has ball control, it's like okay, if I actually want to start taking his balls for any effect, it means that I have to cap 2 times essentially to get any sort of effect, and that's not assuming that he doesn't just take them back.
Yeah,
Um, so it's like, especially if they view ball control, it's gonna be really hard for your opponent to want to take a Dragon Ball when they can't use the effect even.
and imagine that you're playing dynamic balls. Um,
Hmm.
like they have to capture, you cancel it, then they have to capture ball 1, and only now can they capture the Dragon Ball whose effect they want to
Yeah,
use.
exactly. So I
And
mean,
you might have that drill out that if they capture it, you just cancel that
you could
effect.
even do that. So I mean, you could just, I mean, granted, on level getting dead draw on level 3 is a little more difficult,
For sure.
but
Won't
it's
happen that often.
yeah. So I mean, this is like an interesting level, but it's my biggest issue with this level is how are you going to get to it? And knowledge is like the only deck that I see that could consistently hit this level 3. Otherwise, you're going to have to rely on auto levelers. Like
Yeah.
leaping kick, Namekian, I could see working. People have
Oh,
talked about that.
100%.
People talked about that already on
100%
retro.
leaping kick.
We'll talk about leaping kick a little bit more when we get to name cards, but yeah, biggest issue is
Unleashed is not bad with him either. Your Dragon Balls aren't considered attached cards
yeah,
for unleashing, but one thing they pointed out is if you go down to level 2 and your Dragon Balls are attached, now they are attached cards. Your level 2 doesn't count
yeah.
parenthetically,
So
which makes you vulnerable, but also it means if you have a ball attached and you go down to 2,
yeah,
you can
there's
unleash using that ball.
to go to 4. Yeah, yeah. There's some
100%.
yeah, but again, the issue is hitting 3 at all. So I mean,
Yeah,
like red with red hop and unleashed could be cool. Like unleash to 2, and then
red
red
hop.
hop yourself to 3, and attach a ball, and then end a combat drop down to 2, and you got the ball, and then unleash. But again, you need so many. It's just so convoluted. It's not going to be consistent. So
He does have Namekian Thrust, though, so he is an underdog MP. So I can see him having enough attach card available to him, especially with Thrust, because Thrust is a great card.
thrust is
Um,
yeah, the attached. Yep. So the 4 endurance attach card. Yep.
yeah, so he'll have enough attached fuel to where if you are running an Unleashed Dende deck, you can unleash up 2 levels, easy.
What was the constant on thrust again? Was it that they can't
If you
cap
control 2
balls?
or more Dragon Balls, your
They can't.
opponent cannot use effects to change your level.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
Dende using that.
savage.
Yeah. All right. I think we talked about enough level 3 yet. Um,
Yeah, not much else to say. It is what it is.
yeah, we really. I mean, I went on a bit of a tirade about trying to like say, oh, drawing cards means you can dig a deck and see balls faster, maybe. And it's like, or set up. I don't know. We'll
We all
see.
know what drawing cards does.
Yeah, exactly. Like drawing cards is never bad, so there's at least that. But so we'll get to Dende 4. So I'll let you take this one away again, I suppose.
Same parenthetical. This is level 3. Your Dragon Balls are not considered attached cards for effects. He is in B for most of his level again, but on his top brackets he actually gets into C, so he does have some more buffer.
PR6. That's
Yeah,
the
PR6. high numbers.
Yeah,
Um,
big PUR.
his constant is terrific. Dragon Balls attached to your MP cannot be
And
captured.
and see, yeah, and so this is like why I'm thinking that like they probably become unattached if they
Yeah,
get capped. Is because of this effect, maybe? I don't know.
yeah. I'm thinking they would become unattached if they were captured. We need a ruling on that. I'm sure that is how it will work. It
Yeah,
just
I'm
makes sense.
assuming. I'm assuming, but
But it's pretty crazy that what's funny would be if it's ruled that they don't become unattached. So if your opponent captures your balls when they're attached to you on level 3 and you go up to 4, now you can't capture them back.
yeah.
um,
Oh boy.
but anyway, so that effect is really strong. His power is attach a Dragon Ball you control to your
Oh yeah.
MP.
Now this power. Mm.
Yeah, and then you may search your banish zone for a Dragon Ball and play it.
Oh my God,
So
so good. Piccolo,
it's
Piccolo Evolution 4.
it's not quite as good because Piccolo can take your opponent's balls from their banish
That
zone,
yeah, but
which is stupid.
yeah, but it's inconsistent. That's the only issue.
Um, yeah, but in the ball mirror, Piccolo level 4 is by far the
Oh,
most unfair level.
oh, absolutely.
Um, and the fact that your opponent can't just outright cannot use the effects of their Dragon Balls, it makes cards like Red Bribe blank.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's just
so
comparable, but yeah.
it's comparable. It's comparable.
But being able to grab a ball from Vantage Zone alone
It's
is,
great.
I mean,
Um, and it's a you may. You can just
yeah.
not do it if you for some reason if you don't want to.
Well, you might
Um,
want to save the ball, or whatever
yeah,
for
for when you
later.
need it. Attaching the Dragon Ball you control to your MP, that's very very strong. When you consider that they can't be captured, you're essentially holding on to your balls and refusing to let go,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
So, so again, we talked about leaping. I started talking about leaping kick. This level 4 says leaping kick all the way. It's like I'm gonna banish the balls, and then I'm gonna grab them on 4 for effect, like Piccolo does, and then I can make them uncappable. Which, um, yeah, I mean, it's not quite as good as like they lose the effect in a sense, but like it's like now you're really trying to push Balvic if you go into this level 4.
That's all this level 4 is good for. What
Yeah,
does it do for you if you're not
I mean,
winning by ball victory?
like ball
Uh,
abuse. I mean, there's not too many cards that banish ball. There's two Namekian cards I know that banish Dragon Balls off the top of my head. Namekian Risk
um,
and Namekian Flight. Flight kills like banishes allies.
there's also Namekian Reinforced Blast or something. This fancy card. It's like an energy attack. You may
Oh
banish a
yeah,
ball to mill 4 or
yup,
something like that.
the one with Piccolo on Bobbity. Yeah, killing the shield.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can if
it's
mill them.
not bad. It's
Yeah,
not bad at all. Play that, mill
that
them 4,
it would be a
play
good
the ball again.
finisher.
If you've got ball 7, dude, destroy them.
You know the
Just
like the dirtiest part about that is like you could play that to banish like you could play a ball 7 and then just like play that banish the ball 7 and then go to Dende 4 and just play ball 7.
100%.
I
And
mean
going back
that
to Enlightened, you can keep shuffling the balls you play into your deck so you can banish them with Leaping Kick after you use their effect.
oh the best part is you can say this level yeah you can say the level 4 yeah you attach them so they can't be captured. So you play use I mean as long as they don't get captured in one action you attach them and then enlighten them back in your deck.
Oh yeah,
Um,
you could do that too. I mean, there's a lot of combo potential here.
yeah, this is
It's really like a galaxy brain MP. I have like, oof,
I
it's a lot
mean,
going on.
I think the biggest thing is before you think about combos too hard, you have to determine with his stack, you have to determine if you're gonna try to leave level 1 or if you're gonna and try to like shoot for level 4 or if you're gonna like be okay with going to just
I
2
think
or
you gotta.
3. I mean, I like we were saying. I don't think it's almost like dominance. Like a dominance MP is like can win the game on 2, and I don't really see Dende as an MP that wins the game on 2. Like 2 is the utility stop.
No, never.
Like you could win a game off 2. You could play a deck that just is just trying to like loop ball 7, Earth 7, or sorry, not Earth 7. Like Namek 7 or like Namek 4, Namek 2, and you could just keep sitting on level 2 and putting the ball back in your deck, and it would just be like playing Black Declaration dot deck. But I mean, and speaking of Black, again, Black looks really good. Like all the styles have something going for him. Like Black has the manipulative, especially has like the defensive part. Um, and then like having a crit is huge for Black. Uh, on top of having like a bunch of stage gain in Black and like defense with manipulative means like you can get away with like the physical matchup, you can beat the physical matchup, and you have D-burst, worst case scenario. Um, Whereas like Namekian has obviously the best synergies with Dragon Balls. Red's got Red Bribe, Red Ejection with like Ruthless
That
Dende.
card is it's not good, but I
Red
want to
Eject.
believe.
Oh, dude, I love that Awakening Gohan Ball.
Oh, I love it too, man. But
You can do some silly stuff with Awakening Gohan Ball. You go and like you just like wait for when you have Static Shot and like you go search an Injection out or something or one or the other. Throw a Static Shot with Awakening Gohan and then you just go Ejection and you have like big AT with Gohan. Um, but it automatically does like if you're playing ball, like you can easily do like a stack shot for like 5. You do ejection for like another 4 or 5 unpreventable, and then you mastery it, mill them 5, and then hit another 5. I mean, you just did a 20 life card swing all unpreventable.
I know, but it
It's
doesn't happen.
yeah, it's super.
I've tried so hard.
It's one of those cards that like I've never seen a deck that runs it more than like a 1 or 2 of that can actually pull it off. And the Awakening Gohan is the only one in the David Spencer deck that me and him talked about at like end of
I
set
tried to
7.
get it to go off in Ruthless Nail, which was really bad.
Yeah.
But I also tried it in Ruthless Majin Vegeta because Majin Vegeta can banish red panics more easily than anyone in the game.
Oh yeah, Trunks Sword Slash 2, like
Yeah, yeah.
both, but
So I
yeah,
tried using Majin Vegeta to level 3 power, banish the panics to play the balls, and then Red Ejection was his AT super high. So
yeah,
Red Ejection was a card I wanted to throw for big damage, and it just did not work out.
yeah. It's mostly you. You want to make sure it's unpreventable if you're gonna be using it. So, which is like why stack shot or like you play dig. But anyway, we'll go back to the Dende though. Back to the Red Panic. Red Panic grabs Dragon Balls with Ruthless Mastery out of
Yes.
Banish Zone. His Dende level 4 grabs Dragon Balls to Banish Zone. Like you can play Ascension Mastery, and it's okay if you sack the balls because you can just or like even like play Ruthless and stuff. Like your balls, you don't have to worry about your balls getting killed. And
Bubbles.
the best part is like you can shuffle. I mean, worst case scenario, you can just shuffle one of your balls in, and then you crit their ball. To I don't know. Yeah, never mind. I had a train of thought there, and I'm like, I forgot that. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. I was
It's all
thinking you could
good.
shuffle
We
their
all have
balls.
those.
But anyway, this level 4 is good,
I
but
think the level 4, uh, it could potentially be underwhelming,
yeah,
but that constant is insane.
it
Um,
is a good constant.
Yeah, and playing Dragon Balls in general is just really strong. So it's hard to evaluate because there's other level 4s like Hero 18 level 4. That level 4 says like you probably win the game this turn,
Oh
straight up.
man.
Versus this, but at the same time like uncapturable Dragon Balls, playing a ball every turn from your banish zone, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's hard to evaluate.
So we're gonna hop to the name cards. We spent a lot of time on Dede Stack because they're. I think he warrants the
It's a
most
new
hot.
mechanic.
New
It's
mechanic. I mean, he
100%.
warrants new MP. He warrants being talked about because he's also pushing. We'll get to his first name card, Healing Aura. Dende is pushing not only new mechanics but then like on new archetype in itself. So we'll start the Healing Aura. This is pretty much Orange Juke,
But so much better in
but
every
better.
possible way.
Like Orange Juke, but it always gives you the card, and then it has endurance.
The only
And
advantage Juke has is you can search it with something like Checkup Drill.
yeah, but this also grabs any setup. And
Any setup.
RIP VTP right now, because holy shit, like.
Oh, it's never coming back.
But
You know it though.
remember the whole heroic assistance like lock. I mean, this card feels it. I mean, on top of the level 1 rejuve, like
100%.
you could play in heroic search for heroic assistance, top deck time, um, healing aura back, or you just use the same level 1, or if you already have it going, you level 1 or whatever. It's like there's so many. There's going to be some cool. I feel like there's like a very good potential for like a controlled Dende that is just like
100%.
heroic assistancing. How you win? Um, don't
That's
a-
the question.
don't ask me.
You cannot lose, but can you win?
Don't ask me how you're supposed to win. Like Black Recollection Drill. I don't know. Like
Well,
some
what I was thinking
waiting
is,
drill. You could do waiting drill
oh,
mechanic.
that'd be so hot. If someone makes that deck work, I would love it.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
orange combative dot deck, destructions and tank barrages and stuff.
Yeah, loop.
Um,
Oh my god, yeah, because literally competitive tank barrage that you just loop them with. I mean, I was literally talking about possessive drill and
and
destruction.
and combative can definitely stall. Installing's important, which we'll get to later. But
Well,
what I want to
combative.
say about this card is, did we read the effect in its entirety?
Oh yeah, so stops a physical energy attack. It's an event with an um, it's an event with one endurance.
Yeah.
Parenthetical if this card is banished for endurance, you gain 5 stages. So again, um, if you're already
Does that
taking it,
interrupt damage?
no. So it's already been converted. So
Darn.
it is. If you were getting beat by a stage beats deck, you still got to take the remaining card. If you were to gain stages mid damage, you'd have to take the remaining cards still as life cards. But either way, you get 5 stages. Again, Dende is a stage gaining monster on those, like especially on the level 2. But then we get to again, like you choose a setup or style drill in your discard pile and place to play. Banish after use. So one-time use, but that's all you need, man. You get to like loop setup. Like you can grab non-style setups with this. Like you can grab anything you like, any board card with this thing. It's so good. Like,
Yeah, totally.
um, it's just good. I mean, so Dende obviously wants to play at least setups, but I mean, again, for the control Dende part, like you get to grab a style drill. And we are talking about combative. Combative has stage gain. Dende's got stage gain. Combative's got the negative stage mod. Orange has the best physical block drills. So AT deck, like physical decks against Orange Dende, could have a really, really tough time.
Like, yeah, how are you going to break through healing aura, combative mastery, burning aura drill, absorption drill?
Orange Swerve.
Swerve, defense,
Swerve and healing aura and juke, like potentially juke, like oof.
defense. Defense is a really good block.
Like Orange Dende could be a physical killer.
Which is funny because his AT is so low.
Yeah, but it's so there's a potential.
And he has halt, so if you try to prideful challenge him to get in, he might just halt you.
Yeah, can we talk about the god trait? Oh my lord, like
Can we
Dende.
talk about why halt shuffles in even after you sphere it because
Oh
the
god.
shuffling's a parenthetical?
Yeah, we literally played a game today, and I was like, got halted like 2 or 3 times in the game. I'm just like, I fucking hate this card so
I
much.
I know. I still lost after halting Frank 3 times, 2 or 3
Yeah.
times,
Ugh.
but I almost won because of halt. Not just
Yeah.
because of halt, but like I
Yeah.
definitely would have straight up lost without halt. So
Yeah. No, that card is annoying, but
I
yeah.
lost to Fogler because I entered on him to. No, he entered on me. I tried to radar on him. He halted my radar. Went to me. I drew Dragon Clan. Entered in Dragon Clan, and he drew halt again.
Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Back to back.
So we'll be done talking about aura. I mean, it's just we know it's good, but
It's a very
here,
hard.
remember the whole archetype. So not only does he make new mechanics for himself, but he's got an entirely new archetype. We
I
got
love this card.
Eternal Dragon Quest in Pansy, albeit
Yes.
albeit somewhat weaker, and it's weaker in a certain sense, but stronger in an endurance sense.
It's
Um,
it's there's a lot of factors in this card. It's
this
hard to.
Yeah, so this I was talking to you and I think Eric Ing about. I talked to Eric Ing about this. And I was talking to you about this, but this card. Okay, so this is a card that like you really want to pay attention to all the text on it. And remember we talked about all these like banishing ball mechanic. Obviously, that Dende wants to do that. Well, this is why. So like Dende's creation. So banish all Earth Dragon Balls you want to play. Search your letter for all Earth Dragon Balls and banish them. So does not say anything about Namek Balls. Nothing about Namek Balls, right? For the
Mhm.
remainder of the game, your effects cannot end combat, and at the start of your planning step, if you have not played a Dragon Ball this turn, keyword Dragon Ball, not Earth Dragon Ball, search your Banish Zone for a Dragon Ball and play it. So again, this card can play Namek Dragon Balls from the Banish Zone. That is the first thing I literally first read over this. That was the first thing that I thought of. I was like, holy shit, I could play.
Gotta put on my readers for this
No,
card to
you're
spell
all
out
good.
text.
Like you can just like ban it. Like you can make me want to like you can play all these cards that like banish Dragon Balls and just put them in your fucking banish zone. And you don't have to run Earth Balls to do Dragon Vic with him. So what's super silly
Exactly.
is like you can just be naturally playing them. Like you can run all the searchers, and then you just like you could
Run
like
3 leaping kick.
yeah, like you could run like leaping kicks. So like, oh, I'm just gonna like turbo search because I'm just gonna run every Namekian searcher. So you got like three searches you can run. You got that you can run. Like Slug gets 4 if you include the radar, and you can tutor radar on turn 1. I mean, granted, you gotta play a Dragon Ball already, but like you can play all these searchers and then banish the balls, and like you can
Hmm.
just like search from deck, search from zone, search from deck, search from zone, like nobody's business. So
100%.
that was a lot of talking. Um, final note on final my final, and then I'll go to you. Red panic in this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you could ball out like without any other factors. Like you could ball out in turn 4 if you turn 1 a ball, Dende's creation, and you're able to like get a what's it in pile. As long as
Panic.
you get a panic in pile by the turn 2 and you start doing 1 panic a turn when entering combat, like with Ruthless Mastery or something. Like,
Well, dude, with panic, if you're playing Earth Balls with this, you're gonna win in 6 turns anyway, because you're gonna get a ball every turn. Last turn, get Earth Ball 5, banish a panic, and get the last ball.
yeah,
Because it
because he
plays,
plays the ball. So there you go. Like, oh my god, yeah, you could do this.
bam.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, and like
Ugh.
the thing about playing this in Namekian style is Namekian style is not ending combat very often anyway.
Yeah.
I've been playing Knowledge Piccolo and Knowledge Gohan. My only combat ender is Namekian Wish, and I'm doing just fine. So
And Namekian doesn't have to
looping,
end combat through attack balls. They have all the anti-capture.
yeah, run 3 overhead blast. Run that God trait drill
Not
that cancels
Namekian
defense.
silencing.
Oh, good. Yeah, I was already thinking it. I wasn't gonna say it. I was gonna keep that to myself.
Mm,
But you just
mm.
threw it out there.
I gotta throw all the
Um,
best combos out. I gotta give up the sauce.
yeah, it's this card's hard to evaluate the value of. Anthony and I had a big fight because he says this card's a trap, and I refuse to believe
Oh,
that.
it's well, and so we were talking about like again, you got to pick what you're gonna do with Dende. Like you can go for creation. You can try to go for like anger deck with or like knowledge, or you could do like any other style where you're just trying to like jump up the levels with like
Hmm.
leaping kick unleashed, and maybe you're just going creation turbo. You know, maybe you just won't. You'll do it with creation. Um, or maybe you're just gonna make your deck around creation. You're just gonna turtle. Like,
It's
or you might ball as resource, like we were talking about, like a Kami does, and do orange, and you could do like an orange or black control deck. So, or even a blue
yeah,
control deck.
fucking crazy. But
Yeah,
a combative was a thought I had because all you want to do is draw that first. All you want to do is either draw this or draw a ball, and then start what is the line? I am inevitable.
yeah, or it's like Final Destiny, or Destiny board, Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like
Destiny board, yeah,
I don't know,
but
I
better.
love, but yeah, it's
This
better.
is better
It's
than
better.
Destiny board.
It's just better.
What was the combo I just had? Oh, so Dende's creation. The problem with this card is you want to run. I think you really want to run 3. I know your level 1 can tutor it. Maybe
You
Radiant
want to run
Dende.
3 if you're gonna run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because Radiant Dende you can search a ball turn 1 with Radiant Mastery. Dende to shuffle it away and
I
get creation.
I could see Radiant Dende running like 1, but if he was
No
gonna
way, you gotta run 2. Because what if you just search the first one
Yeah,
and they
and
bleed the
they
trail?
kill it. Yeah, I mean, I'd say yeah. I mean, yeah, probably still 2, but you could get away with 1 if your game plan was really
If
flexible.
you're a madman.
If
Yeah,
you're
if,
if
yeah,
you're
truly.
you'd have to be kind of crazy. Like it's one slot, like that one slot that you could that you would be taking away. Like it better be the best fucking card ever if you're not gonna run 2 creation. But like you could like if you were like super flexible in game plan.
It's
Even,
got 7 endurance, so like running multiples is fine.
I mean, worst case scenario, like having 2, like you can rebanish the Dragon Balls, so you can.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: from my knowledge, the effects float. Oh no, no, they don't. I'm sorry. It's if you haven't played one already. I'm bad.
Yeah, it's if you haven't played
So
one.
they are foolproof. Yeah, I forgot. I literally commented on that about Brendan Beggars. It's like no, they're foolproof. They already got rid of that, and then here I
Now
am.
here you are making the same
I
mistake.
got too excited. I got too
Um,
excited.
it's cool though because I really like the idea of the Namek Balls leaping kick, unleash knowledge turbo to 4 deck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because You can just
Yeah.
resolve this and nothing happens, but it's floating out there in the air, you
Yeah.
know? So then you like leaping kick, you go up a level. Next turn, you
Mic
basically just
off.
searched a ball.
Sorry.
Turn
Mic
after that, you
on.
search that other ball that you banished.
Can we
It's
talk?
crazy.
Can we talk about how like you do dynamic knowledge and you get ball one out plus the mastery protection?
Yes.
Like you can just keep attaching every ball
And the
but
God
ball.
drill.
Yeah, and you could even get that out. Like I mean, you have like ways to get the drill out, but you could just like sit there and keep
And run a
attaching,
ton of blocks.
keep attached. Like okay, I have ball one out. Every ball, every other ball, I just keep attaching to Dende so it can't be capped, and then all I need is a crit, and I can take that ball one away and right back.
100%.
And so like you can just keep sitting there, and you can keep trading ball one with the opponent, but like in the action that like they take ball one, you just go attach to the ball that you searched.
100%.
So
And it's just such an exciting card. That's what I like about it. This is a
yeah,
cool card that makes me think about how to build decks.
oh yeah,
I will 100% be trying multiple Dende's creation decks, both with the Earth Balls and the Namek Balls. Like, the potential is so high.
yeah. I mean, so like I'm gonna make a little comparison. So like Goten's Rock Throw, not entirely comparable, but that cut alone made me want to try to make a deck based around it, right? Because it's a card that can like OTK somebody in the right situation. Um, like where you turn off their endurance or something, because you just, but as long as you got enough drills, you just keep there, and you can just throw a bunch of attacks with Rock Throw, right?
Hmm.
And Dennis creation is very similar, except this it's arguably better because it's consistent, because you can consistently get it on level one right out of the bat of the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Um, and you don't have like you do have to dedicate a fair amount of slots to it though. I mean, obviously like you have to. And here's the thing: you could even build a deck where like you're not even putting all the Dragon Balls. I don't know why you wouldn't run a
Into
full
it,
set, but like you could.
you could
And
just run, like,
a couple, like 2 and 4, and like if you're gonna do Earth Balls, you could do like 2, 4, and like 3 and 5.
yeah, or Namek Balls, with Namek Ball 7, and that card we were just talking about, Reinforced Blast or whatever.
Yeah.
There's that other, sorry, all the
And here's the thing:
Corku.
this is remainder of game, so like you don't have to
Hmm.
do it every turn.
Is it
Um,
a you may?
or no, well you
No, it
do.
is mandatory.
It is mandatory, but like even if you don't have the ball that turn, like oh I just leave the ball here, and then another card that banishes a ball, I'll just banish the ball this next turn, and then I get it later. Like so you could literally play a Namek deck where you literally only run like ball 1 and 7. You wouldn't do
That would
like you
be
do
so
one, you could do
funny.
like 1, 2, 4, and 7, and like
And
all you
you reinforce blast, which you can tutor. There's that card that searches anything with dragon or
yeah
reinforce blast in the name. Oh my gosh, no! What you do is
I don't
you
know.
leaping kick. You use this. Oh, it's not that good
Remember
actually, but
info
like
gathering? Info gathering says
info
hello.
gathering, man.
So
You what's that card? It's that physical attack, I think. It says hit, search your life deck for a card with reinforced or dragon in the title. Place
it's
it back in your.
it's an energy attack. It's the
Oh, it's energy attack.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like the Meki. I forgot.
So
It's
what
been
you
so
do
long
is
since I've seen it, but it's like a 4 stage energy. If it costs 1. If it hits, you got a reinforced card.
you banish all your Earth Dragon Balls, so you're playing them every turn with this card,
Yeah.
and then you use like Namek Info Gathering or Namekian Aggressive Drill to put one back into your deck. Throw
Oh my
that
god, a
card.
Meki aggressive drill shuffles them back in from
Yeah,
Banish Zone. Yeah.
yeah. So you search the ball,
And you run all the searchers so that
100%.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah. So we're making
And
and it's a.
his name block will get Aggressive Drill from the discard pile.
Did we mention that he gets both effects of aggressive drill too? He gets the anger
Oh
raise and the anger
yeah,
lower and the board
he
kill
does.
and the setup kill.
And +1 stage of damage on his physical
Oh
attacks.
my yeah. Dude, okay, so we're talking about all the drills, so like drills that work out with him. Like I'm telling you, like yeah, like you could just run him with reinforced block or cross guard. You run with cross guard like alone, and
100%.
you know what's crazy too is you can play that physical that's from movie collection that's for 3 stages. It says balls can't be captured or played for the turn. It doesn't
Oh
even matter. It doesn't even matter,
God,
and
Frank,
it
I love you.
and it's like
Oh,
hits grabs the jail, and it's like okay, cool. I can't even count
oh
the ball
my
anyway,
gosh.
and it's cool because I've already played my ball for the turn. You're like,
I'd
what up?
kiss you on the mouth right now if I could. That's so
Oh,
brilliant.
dude, this is like,
So good.
see, we're giving away all the sauce right now.
You're
I
gonna
mean,
run three of those, three overhead blasts, two Namekian silencing. Like you're not getting your balls captured.
reinforce,
It's not
yeah.
happening.
on top of
It's
you
not
run
happening.
like you run it like a slug. Like, you could run him like slug. You could run him. I mean, put it this way, we've already named. I have at least named like 6 or 7 different ways to play him already.
If you can get to four, this is why we need Nail Ally because I want to play Namekian Enhancement,
Yeah.
Banish an Ally, help Dende go up levels.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so yeah, I think it's doable. Heck, I'm just gonna play Dig in my Dende deck. I'm gonna
I
pick
would
up
honestly like Dig, Leaping Kick, Unleashed,
Clash.
Clash.
You don't care what you banish because your balls are coming from the
Fuck
banish
you.
zone
And here's the
anyway.
best part: is like I'd argue the best OTK decks are. And here's the thing: you could run Combat Enders too, and like straight blocks, and you could just go like you run all the stuff to like level up, and you can just run the Combat Enders. So like you can bounce levels, so you can soak up all the stage damage, and then like against energy decks, like you just like every other card is either endurance or a block or a combat ender, so you can just like skirt out of there. I
Well,
don't
you
know.
can't end combat after you've resolved this card. That's the
Well,
one
no,
drawback.
oh that's oh yeah. I was for some
But
reason I was thinking you're gonna grab the. Well, you could even like with the level 4 alone, like if you're just gonna bum rush 4, like you could even then you could still grab one per turn, like the
does
same as
Den
creation.
Dende have a?
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. Does Dende have a way to force a pass? That's not ending combat, and that will get you out of combat if you can force a pass somehow. But I don't know.
No, I
That's
don't
gonna
think.
be my Namekian created card. It's gonna force your opponent to
Yeah,
pass.
give him
Come.
Namekian spine kick.
Don't even get me started. Man, I love how all our Saiyan orange anger decks that are already uninteractive with cards like Trunk Slam and Free Jita in general.
Needed
Let's
more.
just give them a pass. I
Yeah.
saving kicked. I orange saving kicked a Vegito with Hero 18. I ran one saving kick so I could rejuvenate it and loop it. I hit him. He had no anger for that combat. His next card that he threw was Spine Kick.
Beautiful.
Like, God.
Oof.
Joey! Anyway,
Yeah. So anyway, I
sorry.
mean, yeah, this card is super exciting though.
Yeah, Dennis Creation's awesome. Even if it turns out not to be good, I'm glad it exists.
I
I love
think
it.
I think it's gonna be. It's. I called Dende tier. Okay, so I made on a post I called Dende tier 2. I still am gonna stick to the tier 2, but tier 2 isn't bad. It's just like tier 1. Tier 1 is like something that I'm confident every game it's gonna be consistent. Whereas like Dende might not be consistent. Like if you don't play Radiant, you might not see a ball turn 1 or 2, and you could get your clock cleaned in 2 combats by the aggressive decks. So that's why I'd argue like it doesn't have the safety of Supreme Kai Ball. Um, doesn't have the hand advantage of Supreme Kai Ball. If you run the versions that need like the leveling, you're going to be reliant on the auto levelers. So there's like
Mm-hmm.
saying stuff like chilled, cooler, like allies, saying severing punch, other
Gotta run
unleash.
tugs. Gotta have my tugs.
I mean, there's all sorts of things like Nappa craps on you, Yajirobe,
He so does.
like
Nappa.
Roshi. Oh my, wait a minute. Oh, you know what's so funny is if
Oh, I think I know what
If
you're gonna
Roshi was
say.
out when you played this, you wouldn't
You wouldn't
banish the balls.
banish them.
But
Oh my gosh. The
not
effect would still be active though.
yeah. So if any of them ever did get banished, I don't know.
Oh,
It would be bad. I don't know. There's like if you had some cards that were banished them for effect, it'd be okay, I guess. But
I yeah, Roshi destroys this deck. I'm gonna be
yeah,
running 2 or
Roshi.
3 tug.
Yes, like
You love that, Frank. You're like the tug master.
I am the
Don't take
yeah.
that out of context.
No, yeah. Tug is yeah. I mean, we'll see. He's interesting.
I I love Dende. I think he's very unique, very interesting. I mean, um obviously he's unique. He has a whole new win con,
Hmm.
a whole new mechanic of attaching Dragon Balls to your MP. Super cool. I love him. Even if he's not good, he's creative.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll take it.
and I'll say this: I'll put him on the same tier as like Yajirobe in terms of like they were done creatively. Um,
I think he's better than Yajirobe.
he's
I'm
way
just gonna
better
say
than
that right now.
Yajirobe. He's executed
Ah,
way better. Yajirobe needs a buff of some sort. Like
needs name cards.
he needs name cards really bad, and even then, like that just makes him really reliant on drawing the name cards.
Yeah, but I mean, you could. That's like saying I don't know. You can make his name cards really nice. Like put sword in the title.
Yeah,
Make one of them a drill that's considered styled. Make the other one an attached card. I don't know.
yeah. Give him. I think he needs like a kablam slicer attack, where he cuts when he's cutting off a just tail or something,
Oh, I would love
or
that.
when he's like,
Yajirobe's sneaky sword strike.
yeah, or like the one, or when he's like trying to hit Vegeta, and Vegeta's just like,
Or it could be like a block, and it's when he's eating like a chicken wing, and he's blocking all of
yeah,
Krillin's
he's
attacks,
eating
and
the
he's
corn
training to walk
cob.
out. Yeah, the corn cob. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Oh my God. They give him a block. Searches a. Well, I don't know. Even then, searches a drill out of anywhere.
With sword in the title or in the
Yeah.
text box.
That would
That's what
be.
I don't like. I don't like that they got rid of his
That,
ability to use the sword drills. That was the
yeah.
only cool thing about him was bicycle kick
Like.
to loop both sword drills and get 2 cards.
Yeah. I mean, and then it was even then it was like if you didn't have distracting drill out or like you didn't have confidence or grimace or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he still did no damage.
Yeah. Like you needed to have that AT4 modifier out, and he was just so washy.
But you could sword chop for Orange Gathering, which he gets full advantage out of, and like he wasn't consistent, but like he was so much fun. Like you're
Yeah, he
just
was
digging
fun.
through these combo
He was
pieces.
fun.
Now he's not even fun.
No, he's not fun now. I liked him before. I had like a Ascension Anger deck that was kind of fun. Still like not.
I played that deck. I think I faced you with that.
Yeah, I played it. I was playing a bit before release. Then like once the set came out, I stopped playing it because they nerfed him, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
No, I was playing Josh Gregory. He used the same deck. I thought it was gonna be a joke, and then it was actually pretty hard to beat.
The orange one was interesting, but okay. So, but Dende, yeah,
Anyway,
Dende is cool. I like him. I gave him a
I like
tier.
him too.
I gave him a tier 2.
Yeah, I'd give him a tier. Uh, I don't know.
He's
It's hard
he's
to
better than
say.
tier 3. He's ain't tier 1. He's tier 2.
He once we're playing him, I can see potential for him to be completely actually insane.
Yeah,
But
he's got a
he
lot of.
could also not be good at all. It's hard to say.
I think he's very much wait and see what people do with him. Will he win a tournament? I don't think so. Could he?
Anything could win a tournament in
Could
fantasy.
he though? Yeah, like and that's true. I mean, honestly, I could definitely see somebody just stomp in the yard with Dende.
Dante.
Dante.
I heard where you're going with that.
Like,
My
I could
favorite deck is Radiant Dante.
radiate Dante
Yeah,
going into the inferno.
exactly.
I don't know. I guess
Me and Beatrice pulling up.
I'm gonna be in the very much like let's see what people do with him. Let's see if anyone finds a good build with him. I think the biggest thing is like it's just gonna be a matter of he's gonna be like Kami. It's gonna be a matter of people finding the right build for him, and that just comes down to how much time people are going to invest in him. And if right off the bat you have bad experience with him and he sucks, then whatever. And here's the thing: he's got very pronounced counters. Anything that can like take Dragon Balls, anything that stops him from leveling, is instantly going to shut him down. So very or just pronounced counters. So.
Like Kami, if you're playing Earth Balls,
Mm-hmm.
Kami will destroy you,
So Kami and
and you'll feel
Slug,
bad.
Kami and Slug both.
Slug, yeah, maybe.
Slug
It's
will.
hard to say.
Oh, it's like you banish all your balls. Cool. Slug's just gonna start playing them all, and then like
Yeah,
Slug
how are
is
you
a
gonna cap him from him?
Slug is a cap king.
Unless you get to level 4, and then he just can't.
I mean, yeah, but you got to hit 4, and he's gonna be running ball 2 and unleashed, and
And Unleash, yeah, and Slug's rejuvenation.
so he's got more ways
But
to
you
go up.
turn off rejuvenation because you never attack. So
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
So
the
it
strat.
makes your leaping kick kind of suck because then you give him a level, and then he's like, oh, my own leaping
No,
kick.
you'll just halt it. You'll leaping kick, he'll rejuve, you'll halt the rejuve. Every time.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah,
Bam.
so alrighty, yeah, he's we should this honestly should just be like the Dende level or the Dende video because we spent like an hour talking about Dende.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
it's cool though. I mean, this is a good sign though. It's a good sign that they did a good thing with this MP.
You could cut it here, and then this is one half of the content, and then we do the rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Anyway, guys, if you came to the end of the video here, look for part 2. Take it easy. Peace.
Part 2, which we plan